The Patriot missile system sensor suite underwent testing against a zombie target, simulating a cruise missile threat. These tests are absolutely crucial for validating the system's ability to not only detect and track, but also intercept advanced aerial threats. I mean, the zombie target replicates the flight characteristics of modern cruise missiles, providing realistic training scenarios. And the successful interception during these tests enhances confidence in the Patriot system's defensive capabilities. I mean, continuous upgrades to the sensor system are really what is ensuring that the Patriot remains effective and relevant against evolving technologies.
Yeah, I think this is requirements traceability. I think if you've got a zombie target that's supposed to mimic a real cruise missile, who's actually verifying that it's an actual one-to-one match? Because if that test isn't realistic, the whole exercise is going to turn into kind of a glorified laser tag session. Let's be honest, if your Patriot missile can't hit a real cruise missile because that zombie was taking shortcuts, you're not defending anything except kind of the Pentagon's PR budget, quite frankly.
Traceability.
Yes.
That's a stretch right now.
Or traceability.
Or maybe a sketch so I can pun on tracing. But the real issue is sensor system validation. If the sensors aren't locking onto the target, what's the point of whether they are realistic or not? And we know the zombie targets are used because they're more affordable, because they're a way to cut development time for advanced missile testing. I think they've already decided these things are great for mimicking. The successful test result has demonstrated the capabilities of the IBCS, the Integrated Battle Command System, the lower tier air missile defense sensors, and the Patriot advanced capability air defense systems. I think you just need to validate the sensors and get ready to, of course, make some more.
Sensor validation. Okay, sure. But let me ask you, what are those sensors validating against? I mean, is it, talking on the zombie lines, it's a Halloween decoration dressed up as a missile without proper traceability to actual threat characteristics. That test is meaningless. So you might as well validate the sensors against pigeons, quite frankly, in flight. So let's just make sure that we're hitting what we think we're hitting. Yeah.
It's only January, and Andrew's already talked about Halloween twice this show.
Yeah.
So Andrew, what is under the ghost sheet dress up of your target then?
Requirements traceability. That is what's in there. It's using system engineering tools to model the actual performance characteristics of modern cruise missiles, establish that traceability between the model requirements and the testing framework to make sure you've got realism in that target's behavior. And then you can start moving on to your testing.
The product validation, simulation. I guess, okay, I will say, you are allowed to talk about Halloween now just because these are zombies. I mean, that's the name of them. So I do see where you came from here. But, when you look at that PVNS, you got to simulate.
It was really subtle. You might have missed
it. It was right there. The zombie target's flight and behavior using advanced modeling to verify it mirrors the real world cruise missile threats. So I think there's a lot of simulation that can go in to making sure what you're asking for is happening. But I'm going to say I think we both have a valid point here.
See you next week.